Okay, so our next breathing position is going to be in quadruped. This is also known as qped in a lot of the exercises, and it's going to be on all fours, okay? So again, thinking about the progression that a baby makes, they are on their back, they learn stabilization of their spine on their back, and then they turn over and they start to learn, right? They go into belly time or tummy time, which we'll get into as our modified Superman in a little bit. They've already learned that. Okay, so our next exercise is going to be breathing in quadruped. Quadruped will also be referred to by me as qped, okay? And this is one of my favorite positions. It's again another position the baby takes in their progression into walking. So in this position, we're gonna be on all fours, on our hands and our knees. Your hands are going to be directly under your shoulders, and your knees are going to be directly 90 degrees under your hips. In this position here, we wanna be in a nice neutral spine. So we're actually going to just give a little rock forward and backwards just to find a neutral position. And then we're going to use our dowel here to help us stay neutral. So if you have a PVC pipe, that works as well, very well, because it's a little heavier than a broomstick. But if this is all you have, you can make it work. So the broomstick is going to connect to your head, your mid-back, and your tailbone, okay? Please do not lose connection with any of these points of contact. Okay, so we're going to keep this here. We're going to come down onto our hands and our knees, onto all fours, okay? And I'm actually going to put the heavy end towards my head, okay? So on your hands and your knees, you're on all fours. You've got the dowel. It can be hard if you can't feel the weight sometimes, okay? There we go. So the dowel is on my head, on my thoracic spine, and on my tailbone, okay? Ooh, can't get it to stay. All right. So we are here. We are connected to our tailbone. We are connected to our head and to our thoracic spine. And we're going to do our same breathing patterns here with our toes up, allowing the belly to fall, allowing the low back to rise. I don't like that. Okay, so our next position for breathing is going to be in quadruped, also known as qped. This is going to be on your hands and your knees. Also another position that the baby takes in its progression into walking. We're going to use a dowel or a PVC pipe, whatever you have handy, to make sure that you're in a nice neutral spine while you do this, okay? It might be a little hard to get the pole to balance at first, but you've got this, okay? We're gonna find all fours and do that first before we add the PVC pipe, okay? We wanna make sure our neck is long, chin is tucked, okay? Shoulders are not up here by your ears, they're down, and our knees are right under our hips. I'll give myself a little rock just to make sure I'm in neutral. Please make sure your toes are up, not down. We want your toes up, okay? From here, we'll add our dowel, okay? So we'll add your PVC pipe if you have it, or your dowel, making sure that your points of contact are here at the head, here at the thoracic spine, and here at the sacrum. Please do not lose connection to any of those points of contact, okay? So getting the pole to balance is a challenge in itself, but that's part of why we're doing this, okay? So making sure that you have contact with all 3 points. Ooh, I need to put the heavier end here, okay? And we're gonna do our breathing pattern here, really expanding to the low belly, the low back, and the sides in 360 degrees, just like that balloon. Once you get the hang of that neutral spine, you can do it without the dowel, okay? important part with this is just making sure that you're in that neutral spine and your head is tucked back, okay, that you're not falling forward, okay? You're pushing against gravity, resisting gravity, actually.